Subscribe to MTL World at Mittel World 1 YouTube channel. Swallowed Star 2, Origin Continent. Volume 9, Advancing Through the Darkness. Chapter 11, 349, The Weight of 1.2 Billion Times Energy Reserves. 11th of Volume 9. Translator, Shadow Knight AK. Editor, Shadow Knight AK. A ship is flying through the air of this majestic and vast Xuanhuan city. This Xuanhuan city is indeed extraordinary. Luo Feng observed the surroundings from within the ship. Having ruled Yulan City and lived in Chengfeng City for thousands of epochs, he immediately noticed the difference between Xuanhuan City and other cities. Xuanhuan City was much more massive and more terrifying than any other city. Beside him, God Emperor Baiyan said, this city was established by Senior Yuan and the others. It houses countless treasures, even storing 7 world-level Xuanhuan lifeform corpses. Naturally, Xuanhuan City is indestructible. Even if low-level Xuanhuan lifeforms come in massive numbers, they cannot breach it. Luo Feng nodded. Although it's very safe, living here permanently isn't easy. God Emperor Wuxia laughed. Although there is no residency fees, you must own a personal cave residence. The price of cave residences here is the highest across the entire Dark Holy Realm. Of course, for peak-level existences, buying one is easy enough. Luo Feng nodded again. He could sense it, even the 2 ancestral founders of the Origin Continent's nations resided in Xuanhuan City. This showed how wealthy those founders from the Origin world were. The cave residences within the large Xuanhuan Hall are the most expensive. They can't be rented, only purchased, added the red-robed youth Qijeng. Luo Feng gazed into the distance. Even from far away, he could clearly see the towering, vast structure of the large Xuanhuan Hall, shaped like an octagonal fortress, sprawling across a wide area. The large Xuanhuan Hall. Luo Feng murmured softly. His main purpose in coming to the Dark Holy Realm was for this large Xuanhuan Hall. As Luo Feng and the others entered the large Xuanhuan Hall, an invisible fluctuation enveloped them. Practitioner Luo Feng, what service do you require? A gentle voice sounded, and information about the services offered by the large Xuanhuan Hall was transmitted to him. I want to purchase a cultivation residence cave within the large Xuanhuan Hall, Luo Feng responded. One cultivation residence cave requires 1 million military merits for exchange. Do you want to confirm exchange? The gentle voice asked. Confirm the exchange. Luo Feng had come here specifically for this cultivation residence cave. You should know, a city like Yulan City only costs 2 million military merits. Yet a single cultivation residence cave here already required such a high price. Even among peak-level beings, few were willing to buy. Practitioner Luo Feng, you have exchanged for the YI9 residence cave. From this moment on, the entire space-time of YI9 belongs solely to you, the gentle voice said. Luo Feng immediately felt a connection to an independent world deep within the large Xuanhuan Hall. Brother Luo Feng. God Emperor Wuxia, Baiyan, and Qijeng looked at him. We didn't buy residence cave inside the large Xuanhuan Hall, Wuxia said. We usually live in Chengfeng City. Here in Xuanhuan City, we only bought an ordinary cave dwelling. We won't disturb you any further, added God Emperor Baiyan. Brother Luo Feng, do you still need us to help collect more life and death secret treasures? Asked the red-robed youth Qijeng. Alright, Luo Feng said, pick only the finest ones. Acquiring 5 secret treasures should be enough. Right now, reaching the semi-Xuanhuan level in the Tao of life and death was his priority. Once he achieves it, he would be guided away by Senior Yuan. The importance of those secret treasures has decreased. But right now, Luo Feng is wealthy enough. God Emperor Mixu and the others would soon deliver another 7.5 trillion Xuanhuan crystals, so he didn't mind spending a bit. We understand. If Brother Luo Feng has any further instructions, just send a message, said God Emperor Wuxia, Qijeng, and Baiyan before they departed. Luo Feng watched them leave and then flew toward the YI9 residence, following the sense of connection. Inside the large Xuanhuan Hall, it was like a time-space labyrinth. Following the connection, Luo Feng flew smoothly without encountering any obstacles and reached the independent space-time tied to his cave residence. An entirely separate world just for one residence cave. It even contains the origin of heaven and earth, with natural laws operating. Luo Feng was astonished. No wonder the price was so high as the owner, he naturally ruled this entire world. Buzz. As the master of this space, Luo Feng could easily transform its origin power into his own strength. The origin power could nurture all things and all life, and during conversion, there is no obstruction whatsoever. The origin power nourishes both body and soul, boosting my thinking speed by more than 10 times. It's extremely comfortable, Luo Feng marveled. Truly a paradise for cultivation. First, let's absorb energy to reach 1.2 billion times. Luo Feng began fully absorbing the origin power. No matter how much he absorbed, the amount of origin power in this world did not diminish at all. His absorption rate soon pushed the limits of what his body, mind, and soul could endure. 2 million times. 3 million times. 10 million. 50 million. 300 million. Sitting cross-legged in the vast world, Luo Feng's body grew larger and larger until he finally reached 1.2 billion times and stopped. Just in an instant, I've reached 1.2 billion times. Luo Feng was astonished by the speed. It had taken him 3 days to fully absorb the power of the Origin Realm Pearl, which only provided 1 million times the energy. Yet here, in just a moment, he achieved 1.2 billion times and without causing any major disturbances. Carrying 1.2 billion times the perfect divine body energy reserve. The burden is immense. Luo Feng could feel it in his body. It was unbelievably heavy. Luo Feng stood up. Each step he took in this independent world felt immensely heavy, so much so that if he were outside the large Xuanhuan hall, even a single step would cause vast areas of space-time to collapse. My current spiritual will and consciousness system can perfectly control up to 8 million times energy. Beyond that, my strength can't increase further. The maximum limit I can handle is 300 million times. Perfect control and maximum control were vastly different. Exceeding the maximum didn't just fail to help, it even harmed. Like now, every step I take is exhausting. My spiritual will and consciousness system still has many flaws. What I need is perfect control of 1.2 billion times. With a thought, Luo Feng contacted the large Xuanhuan hall, since his residence cave was inside it. Practitioner Luo Feng, what service do you require? The gentle voice asked. I found that there are 65 types of high-level Xuanhuan bloodlines of the life attribute and 83 types of the destruction attribute within the large Xuanhuan hall, Luo Feng inquired. Among them, how many have exceptionally large lifeforms compared to others of the same level? High-level Xuanhuan lifeforms of the life type generally have larger body sizes. And the high-level Xuanhuan lifeforms of the destruction type generally have smaller body sizes. Among those considered extremely large within the same level, there are 9 life types and 1 destruction type Xuanhuan lifeform. You can look through the detailed information yourself, the gentle voice transmitted along with a lot of information. Luo Feng understood and said, I'll buy them all and pay with Xuanhuan crystals. For each high-level Xuanhuan bloodline, I need 12 corresponding body materials. A total of 148 types of high-level Xuanhuan bloodlines and their corresponding materials, costing a total of 1,005.9 billion Xuanhuan crystals, the gentle voice informed him. Soon, all these high-level Xuanhuan bloodlines and materials were delivered to Luo Feng's residence cave. They must be sent back. Luo Feng knew very well that these Xuanhuan bloodlines and materials had to be used in conjunction with the Book of Wisdom and the Eye of Life and Death to truly be effective. Whoosh! Luo Feng sat cross-legged and immediately split off a clone. This clone carried an energy reserve 8 million times greater than normal clone, silently transporting the treasures out of the large Xuanhuan hall, out of Xuanhuan city, heading straight toward the transmission holy mountain. With sufficient resources in the large Xuanhuan hall, this time I must truly go into closed-door cultivation. The last time, he had only managed to cultivate for a few thousand epochs, because his body's energy reserves were too low to fully practice. This time, with ample energy reserves and the ability to purchase various auxiliary cultivation treasures from the large Xuanhuan hall, Luo Feng could finally calm his mind and cultivate for the long term. Such a massive body. Within the large Xuanhuan hall, 2 high-level Xuanhuan lifeforms watched Luo Feng. The large Xuanhuan hall effortlessly provided all the energy Luo Feng absorbed, and the 2 of them didn't mind. After all, the hall imprisoned so many Xuanhuan prisoners. Even the corpses of 7 world-class Xuanhuan lifeforms are stored here. The sheer amount of power needed is unimaginable. Moreover, the 2 high-level Xuanhuan lifeforms have also been cultivating here long-term, and their energy absorption speed is far faster than Luo Feng's. He hasn't even broken out of the cage, yet purely in terms of physical body, he's already 1/10 of my size, the woman in the fiery red robe couldn't help but remark. Once he breaks free of the cage, it will be a qualitative transformation. He might surpass me by over 1 billion times. If he becomes a high-level Xuanhuan lifeform, just his physical form would instantly reach the extreme limit of high-level Xuanhuan lifeforms. How could that be? The silver-haired, silver-browed man shook his head. He cultivates the fusion path. How could he refine a high-level Xuanhuan bloodline? Even if he wants to, the lords would probably not approve. Yes, he looks down on high-level Xuanhuan lifeforms, the fiery red-robed woman said complicatedly. She had spent endless effort and fortuitous opportunities to awaken her ultimate bloodline and become a high-level Xuanhuan lifeform. But this practitioner, Luo Feng, He disdained high-level Hunyuan lifeforms. He will definitely first choose a world-class Hunyuan bloodline, the silver-haired man said. With his comprehension, under the Lord's cultivation, as long as he comprehends over 70% of the world-class Hunyuan bloodline, he can refine it successfully and become a world-class Hunyuan lifeform. Once he becomes a world-class Hunyuan lifeform, his essence of life will undergo a complete transformation, and his thought speed will be countless billions of times faster than before he broke free of the cage. Only then can he have the hope of becoming a Hunyuan lord. Among our practitioner faction, out of 7 lords, 6 became world-class Hunyuan lifeforms first, then Hunyuan lords. Only 1 broke free of the cage and directly became a Hunyuan lord. The silver-haired man continued, becoming world-class Hunyuan lifeform first, then a Hunyuan lord, is the most mature path. Practitioners who opened up the fusion path have the highest potential and usually take this route. But how many have truly become Hunyuan lords? The fiery red-robed woman shook her head lightly. The Hunyuan lords represents the ultimate existence in the infinite Hunyuan space. He most likely can become world-class Hunyuan lifeform, the silver-haired man sighed enviously. If he refines his home origin world, he will become the master of that origin world. High-level Hunyuan lifeform, world-class Hunyuan lifeform, Hunyuan lord. These are 3 major realms. The gap between these realms is immense, causing countless practitioners to be eliminated at each step. Thus, to leap directly from semi-Hunyuan realm to Hunyuan Lord realm is unimaginably difficult. Throughout the entire infinite Hunyuan space, only one has ever achieved it. Blank, underscore 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 underscore. End of chapter. Subscribe to MTL World at Middle World 1 YouTube channel.